Kamikaze. Elite military aviators. Official name Tokubetsu Kogi Kita. They were suicide bombers in the end of World War II. Kamikaze aircrafts were designed specifically to destroy warships more effectively than was possible with conventional attacks. About 14% of kamikaze attacks managed to hit a ship. Nearly 4,000 kamikaze pilots were sacrificed in this event. 47 Allied vessels were sunk by kamikaze attacks. Kamikaze aircrafts were essentially pilot-guided explosive missiles, purpose-built or converted from conventional aircrafts. Pilots would attempt to crash their aircrafts into enemy ships in what was called a body attack. The first kamikaze force was in fact composed of 24 volunteer pilots from Japan's 201st Navy Air Group. The targets were U.S. escort carriers. One of the ships, called the St. Lo, was struck by a A-6M Zero fighter and sunk in less than an hour, killing 100 Americans. More than 5,000 kamikaze pilots died in the Gulf battle, taking down 34 ships. The Japanese conventionally designed an aircraft specifically called the Oka, which means cherry blossom by the Japanese, but Baka, fool, by the Americans, who saw them as acts of desperation. The Baka was a rocket-powered plane that was carried toward its target attached to the belly of a bomber. During this phase of the war, the Japanese were not able to build as many ships and warplanes as they were losing in the battles. They did not have the industries that the Americans did. The Japanese admirals realized that this was almost impossible to win against the Allied troops, with the few aircrafts and not enough good pilots. Most kamikaze pilots are between the ages of 18 and 24. Most kamikaze pilots volunteered for the missions, except for one, Yukiro Seki. He was to command the Special Attack Force. Seki said to have closed his eyes and lowered his head and thought for 10 seconds before saying, "Please do not appoint me to this post." Seki became the 24th kamikaze pilot to be chosen. However, Seki said later, Japan's future is bleak if it is forced to kill one of its best pilots. And I am not going on this mission for the Emperor or for the Empire. I am going because I was ordered. The tradition of death instead of defeat, capture, and perceived shame was deeply entrenched in Japanese military culture. It was one of the primary traditions in the samurai life and the Bushido code: loyalty and honor until death. Before the pilots went on their missions, a special ceremony usually took place. They received a headband with a rising sun made by 1,000 women. According to some stories, pilots flew around a holy mountain and dropped some flowers before they flew on their last mission, certain that they would never come back again.